We define sustainability for the zinc sector the same as many industries. It's the transparent and credible reporting of environmental stewardship, social responsibility, and business accountability. Environmental stewardship and business accountability have been closely intertwined. Three things that a diecaster should be doing, and that's defining the operational footprint, carbon footprint, defining their emission factor of the process that they apply, and defining the product carbon footprint that they produce. The carbon footprint of the products that are produced is dependent on the sources of the material that's used to go into manufacturing. For zinc, these sources can be from a primary source, like a smelter, or they can be recycled materials. On average, the recycled content of primary material is about 15%, but this can be as high as 100%. For secondary materials or recycled materials, these only have to be remelted. And so the carbon footprint of that process can be 95% lower than what occurs at in the primary smelting process. So all of these materials can have different varying degrees of carbon footprint depending on where a company is sourcing their material from. The process of carbon footprinting and reporting for the downstream users, including diecasters, is fairly straightforward and can be done to different intensities. The simplest approach is to collect the sources and amounts of fuel and energy that is used on an annual basis. And so this can be the natural gas, propane, diesel, gasoline for a fleet. And combined with the electricity that's purchased, you can make calculations of what an operational footprint would be. The data and information that we have on carbon footprinting and carbon neutrality for the zinc industry comes from over 10 years of research by the International Zinc Association. This allows us to develop a baseline carbon footprint for the industry and also the carbon reduction scenarios that the different sectors will need to meet their 2050 goals. The International Zinc Association is currently developing a simplified tool for downstream users. This tool will allow companies like diecasters to put in the information related to their fuel and energy usage and come up with an operational footprint as well as product carbon footprint for galvanizers, alloyers, sheet manufacturers, chemical companies, and the like.